Something as small as a shower feels like it costs more than you have. Not more than you want to spend, more than you have. You've been looking at it for 2 days. You know it's 4 minutes. You know you'll feel better after. You know all of that, and you still can't make your body start. You've done almost nothing today, nothing at all, and you're still too tired to begin. It makes you feel insane. There are dishes, there's a message you read 6 days ago and never answered. There's a door you have to walk through and a person on the other side of it who has done nothing wrong. None of it is hard. That's what you can't explain. So you've landed on the only explanation that seems to fit. You're lazy. You're weak. You're ungrateful. Other people have real problems and get up anyway, so something must be wrong with your character. That's not what's happening. There's an actual reason, and it isn't the one you've been using against yourself for years. Your brain is doing math, quietly, constantly, and the math is wrong. You don't decide not to do things. There's no moment where you weigh it and choose no. You just look at the thing and something in you returns an answer before you finish thinking about it. Not now. No reason attached, just no. And then you carry it. Because it doesn't go away. The dishes stay in the sink, and they stay in your head at the same time. The unanswered message gets heavier every hour it sits there, until answering it now would mean explaining why you didn't answer it then. So you don't. And tomorrow it's heavier still. Meanwhile, from the outside, nothing looks wrong. You go to work, you reply to the important ones, you laugh at the right moments. Nobody asks, because you've given nobody a reason to. So you're carrying something no one else can see. And after a while, you start to wonder whether it's really there at all. It's there.
Here's what's actually going on. Before you do anything at all, your brain runs a check. It's fast, it's automatic, and you never see it happen. It asks 2 questions. How much is this going to cost me? And how much do I get back? If the answer comes out in your favor, you move. You don't feel yourself deciding, you just find yourself standing up. That check runs thousands of times a day. It's what makes an ordinary life possible. You don't deliberate about brushing your teeth. The price is low, the payoff is fine, and your body goes. But depression breaks the pricing. Not your character, the pricing. The cost side inflates. Everything gets tagged far more expensive than it actually is. And the payoff side deflates. Whatever you'd get back gets marked down to almost nothing. So the check still runs, it still works, it's just working with numbers that are wrong, and it returns the only honest answer it can given what it's been told. Not worth it. That's the shower. 4 minutes, priced like a mountain. Your brain looked at it, did the math correctly, and told you no. So you have not been failing to try. You've been trying to buy something you were told you couldn't afford. But that only explains half of it. If it were just the price, you'd learn. You'd do the thing once, notice it was fine, and next time the price would come down. That is not what happens. Not once. Think about the last time someone dragged you out. You didn't want to go. You went, and somewhere in the middle of it, not the whole time, but somewhere, it was actually okay. You laughed at something real. For a stretch, you were genuinely there. Did that make you want to go the next time? No. Next time was priced exactly the same. That's not you being difficult. Wanting something and enjoying something run on 2 different systems, and depression takes out the first one while leaving the second mostly intact. You can still enjoy things. You've been enjoying things this whole time, in small amounts, once you get there. What you've lost is the ability to look forward, the pull, the thing that makes a good moment in the future feel real enough right now to get you moving toward it. And you know this about yourself. You've said it out loud. I know I'll feel better once I'm there. You've said it, and it changed nothing. Because knowing something will be good is not the same as wanting it. You still have the knowing. What's gone is the wanting. The enjoying happens, but it never gets filed. It never comes back as evidence. So the price never gets corrected. Every time you're pricing tomorrow with today's broken tag, you're not failing to learn from experience. You're being denied the receipt.
You've been trying to want it more, waiting to feel ready, waiting for the motivation to arrive first, and then you'll go. It isn't coming, not first. That's the one thing this system can't produce right now, and building your plan on it guarantees you stay exactly where you are. Here's what works instead. You don't fight the price. You lower it until the thing is cheap enough to clear even a broken tack. Not take a shower. Sit on the edge of the bed with your feet on the floor. Not answer the message. Open it. That's all. Don't type. Not clean the kitchen. One plate. Not the sink. One plate. This sounds insulting. It sounds far too small to matter, but that's the inflated price talking. It's the same voice that made 4 minutes feel like a mountain, now telling you one plate is too small to count. It counts, because the goal was never the plate. The goal is to get your body moving while the price is still cheap enough to pay. And movement, once it starts, drags the rest along behind it far more often than it doesn't. And one thing said plainly, if this is most days for most of the year, this isn't a video's job. Tell an actual person, not because you finally got bad enough to earn it, but because you shouldn't have to reverse engineer your own brain alone. But sit with this. Everything you've been calling laziness was a price tag. Everything you've been calling weakness was arithmetic. That weight you've been carrying and hiding, the thing you assumed was proof of who you are, it was never a fact about you. It was a number, and numbers can be wrong. Of course, by tomorrow morning, your brain is going to price this entire video at too much effort to act on. So don't wait for tomorrow. Pick the thing now while it's still cheap. What's the one thing sitting there right now? Put it in the comments.